Aloha and welcome to another episode of Hawaii Food Explorers. In this episode, we will be exploring Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios Japan.
Let's go! Here's some Yoshi's bun, Yakisoba sauce flavor. Noodles are a little soft. But the thing is pretty good. Well, Yakisoba has some vegetables in it. Carrots, cabbage. Overall texture, like you get the crunch from the outside, so soft, plush. You can see how squishy it is. Not too bad. It's a good snack to tide you over in here because there's not too many options to eat. You're either going to get into Kinopio's Cafe or you're going to end up waiting over there. You come to Yoshi's Snack Island, you can get these. You can get some Lassi's, and also you can get some sippers. The Fire Flower, 1-Up, and the Jumbo Mushroom. And Mango Lassi. Oh. Mango Lassi is nice and creamy. It's pretty good. I mean, it's a little thin for my liking. I would like it a little bit thicker, but you know, hot day, I'm sure that it's having the effect to thin it out and melt it out. Strawberry Lassi is good. It's just like a strawberry yogurt drink with some fruit syrup on the top. Also got some fruit on the top. Definitely good buy, but a hot day, I'm not sure about Lassi. So you get oolong tea. They have melon sodas. We got some regular cups, and we also got some bucket sauce. This is just an example. So we got a regular cup, but you can always get the refills in the regular cup. Everybody seems to be ordering them. Caramel peach, which is a good flavor, but don't eat on this mushroom cream. There's a great savory type flavor, and a slight hint of the mushroom, but it's actually creamy. By far, this is my favorite. I'll eat the other one. That's by far. I will always get this. Taking a bite of this fire flower spaghetti. Tomatoey. It's a little bit of a kick, not much. Not quite the fire flour, but kind of liking that. There's also one meatball hidden behind the fire flour Parmesan cracker to hold it up. So you actually have 3 meatballs with this plate, plus some mushrooms, onions, parsley. Hey, overall, it's a pretty good dish. When you don't know what to get or you feel like you're in the mood for noodles, I would get this. Although the carbonara will probably be my first choice because they dress up the Yoshi egg, the regular egg like a Yoshi egg, and carbonara in Japan is so popular. So wherever you go, you're probably gonna get a decent one. It's like karaage. Like if the shop cannot make karaage, or if the place that sells pasta cannot make carbonara, you're not gonna see them like for long. They're gonna be gone, and then somebody else is gonna pop up, do it better, and they'll be around. Hey, Yoshi's Carbonara. Spinach, mushrooms, bacon. What else is in here? Egg, cheese. Okay, let's get it. It's a lovely, creamy carbonara. The richness from the egg just really ties it together. Like carbonara, this is pretty good. Noodles are done well, al dente. The bacon is typically, it's not like your Italian bacon, your American bacon. It's basically pork belly. It's not as smoky. Sometimes not smoky at all. But I have a good choice. I like that. Okay, we're poking a hole right now into this pizza bowl. And I'll flip open this lid and I'll show you what it looks like. So we got cheese, I got mushroom, I got ham, I got onion. I just put some onto the lid I opened up. I also have some of the other crust on. Yes, yes, yes. Toad, there's a winner. So good. It's so standard, but yet so unique at the same time. All right, got some of the soup, nice and creamy. Not too thick, but also not too thin. I can see tons of mushrooms in this thing. This mushroom soup, filled with mushroom. Outstanding. Again, cannot go wrong. Got the mushroom soup here. You got a pizza bowl. You got your lemon superstar squash. And then from there, whatever bonus thing you want to add on, you're good.
It's a good terry chicken. Chicken's not dry, terry sauce is nice. Is this shrimp rice? What is this? I don't know what kind of rice it's supposed to be, but it's also good. Good choice. The kid also likes it.
Get the Mario burgers with the fries. Okay, I cut this burger in half. There's some onions, bacon, the hamburger patty, cheese, some kind of mayo ketchup type sauce on it. So take a bite. The sauteed mushrooms and the onions are really good on this. The sauce has a little bit of a kick. I think it's a pretty solid burger. I'm enjoying this burger actually. I think all in all, it's a solid burger, especially from there. You also get some pickled peppers, bell peppers, tomato. I don't have my chopsticks, so I just use forks. So I'll just get the carrot in here and give it a taste. Every time in Japan, they give you these, like, when they give you the pickled vegetables or whatever on the side, they're always so good. Always so crisp. And like, it's not too tart, not too salty, not too sweet. That's good. It's kimono, so I mean. Yeah, so we'll do the Portobello pizza. Oh my god. That mushroom is juicy. That mushroom is juicy. I just juiced all over my plate. But the taste is really good, though. Huge flavor. Huge mushroom flavor. I think all the vegetables and everything combined with the mushroom, they have just so much juice in it.
Not recommended to do that. It's good though. If you like mushrooms, here. Like an upper class mushroom pizza without the crust.
Yeah, what you gotta do is you gotta get this pizza. You got small mouth. Cut it this way, then this way, and this way. And make small pieces. If you get like a little bit bigger mouth, fork, just up and down, across, cut them into four. One piece, one bite. You try to bite it, and juice goes everywhere. You lose some of that flavor. I think, yeah, one bite. Whatever you cut it into, one bite. I think everything so far has been good. The terry chicken's been good. The Portobello pizza's been good. This burger is surprisingly good. I didn't expect much from a burger.
The kids' meal is a terry burger, omelet, ebi fry, star-shaped koroke, cherry tomato, almond tofu, and an orange drink. The kids' curry comes with a meatball, eggs, a piece of broccoli, an almond tofu, as well as an orange drink.
Okay, I gotta bite some of the cake or something in it. That's good. That's good. A good tiramisu.
Now dive into the cake and see what it tastes like, guys. It's like a delicate Neapolitan cake. You got your cake layer. You got a chocolate mousse, raspberry mousse, cream, another layer of cake. I think that's a solid offering in terms of cake. It's very good. Personally, the last time I came, I had made a mistake. I got the Princess Peach cake, and it was massive. I think the current iteration of that Princess Peach cake is a little smaller than the one that I had when it originally opened, but it's still good enough for multiple people. So it is a significant size. The other desserts are a little bit smaller, but yeah, choose wisely. I think try them all. Okay, we're gonna cut into this double cherry chocolate. You know, it's tricked me. This looks so soft, but it's slightly firm. Okay, so this chocolate cake, starting from the bottom to the top, has a fairly dense chocolate cake, but it is moist. And then you have like normal cream or like some cream in there. You also have little pieces of cherry. Little pieces of cherry in there. And then another piece of cake. You also, right on top of that, you have like a light milk chocolate mousse. And the top is like chocolate, but it's more like a ganache that's firm. And then you have just a straight whipped milk on the side.
It's not super sweet. Good.
This is an excellent dessert. If you like chocolate, like I'm not a big, like a rah-rah chocolate guy. I like some chocolate, but it kind of just goes well together. And all the different chocolate tastes blend well with the cherries that are chopped up on the inside as well as on top.
And yeah, whipped milk. Like whipped cream, but with not as much sugar that what the normal person is used to.
People will say, wow, that's just whipped cream. But over here, the milk is so good when you whip the milk, it don't taste like anything you've ever had before. It tastes like milk. But yeah, I understand the process of making the whipped cream. But yeah, I'm saying, I'm going by the taste, okay? This is whipped milk. And it's delicious.
Hey, and now we're back in our wrap-up room to wrap things up.
Super Nintendo World. First things first is getting in. So you can either buy an express pass to get on one of the rides there that will guarantee you entry at a certain time. You have to choose what time you're going to enter. If you don't want to buy an express pass and you want to take your chances, get there early, jump in, and sign up in the lottery to get in. It's a lottery entry. The one thing you need to do is to scan your ticket into the Universal Japan app, as well as like anybody else in your party. And once you do that, you can get these fast passes or lottery tickets for your entire group. If you don't do that, you're only going to get it for yourself or whoever is on that app. So first things first is get in, scan in all your tickets. You can do it beforehand if you have your tickets beforehand. And crowds at Universal can get pretty nuts. It is a world famous park, and there are just thousands of people visiting a day.
Yeah, so if you think it's crowded in the park, wait till you get to Super Nintendo World, and then it's like double or triple that. Like, there's so many people packed in. Once they're in, they probably don't leave. There's a lot to do there. It's very interactive, especially if you get the power bands. And you can spend a lot of time there, especially if you have, younger kids who are interested in that kind of stuff. For me, it was, by a certain point, it was like overstimulating because there's like a lot going on, right? There's like a lot going on visually, and then there's a lot going on like audio wise as well. Like, there's a lot of noise, there's music, all the people talking, and it's a lot. So if I was okay with it at first, and after a while I'm like, I had enough of this place for today. Anyway, we can come back another time, So if you're sensitive to that or have people in your party who are, then just be aware of that.
Yeah, there's normal things to do, like hitting blocks to get coins, scanning your power band to find secret images on the walls and things like that. There's also key challenges, which are specific to gaining keys, so you could actually do the Bowser challenge. Bowser Jr. challenge. And there's all these things that you can do with the app and your power band. That includes using the binoculars, visiting certain areas. And for all of that, you have 3 things to choose from as far as dining. One is popcorn, which they have 1 popcorn stand. Another is Kinopio's Cafe, which is so popular that sometimes there's lines every 2 to 3 hours. So you have to go there, sign up for a certain group entry, and then you have to return at a certain time. There's also another way, sometimes they do it, the last time we went down there was you have to scan in. They have a little QR code. You scan in, then they send you a message on line. So if you don't have line, you're out of luck. So before you go there, make sure you have line set up. And hopefully you can understand a little bit of Japanese. For some reason, I did it without the translation, like the English version of it. And people that were doing it before me, like, got in way after me. Like, I was able to select a time like almost instantly, like 5-10 minutes from when I was inputting my data. There were times to select, and I was able to select that time. And I heard them talking like, oh man, I can't go in for like another couple hours. So I'm not sure if that's just a Japanese English thing, or if they're prioritizing people, or I don't know. But that was my experience with it. And, even if I had to go like 2-3 hours later, there's still things that I could have done. The other place is Yoshi's Snack Island. And
where we had that bun.
Yeah,
Yakisoba bun.
So you're limited to your options there. Once you leave Super Nintendo World, you lose your entry. So unless you have another timed entry to get back in, once you leave, you can't re-enter. So keep that in mind. I mean, that really puts into perspective why people sit for so long in Kinopio's Cafe and the line just builds up. It's because they'll sit there and they'll just enjoy their meal, and then they'll enjoy their dessert and then leave. And again, like she said, there's so much stimulation out there sometimes maybe the adults just want to get away and the kids are out there playing. So it can be a wait. So if you get a late entry for Super Nintendo World after 5 p.m., it is very possible that you will not be able to eat at Kinopio's Cafe. That is, you just have to just come to terms with that.
Or even the Yoshi's thing, because they might just shut down at a certain point.
Yeah.
You know, so make sure you eat before you go in there if it's later.
Yeah, if you do have a late entry, fuel up and then go in. Don't expect to just go in there and be able to eat anything you want.
Yeah. Or, buy something and bring it in.
Well,
pro tip. Well, for anything in Super Nintendo World, so there's only, two rides, right? Which is the Mario Kart and the Yoshi's Adventure Island. So if you have a child and if you don't care about, riding together.
I don't care about it.
If they're tall enough to ride by themselves, single rider line. That's for any ride in Universal. If you can go to the single rider line, then do it, because you won't be waiting in line that long.
Mind you, not all rides have single rider line.
Yeah, not all the rides have them, but if they do and, you're okay with not riding together, and you just want to go on the ride, then, give it a shot.
Right.
I think the single rider line is worth it. If it's a ride you really want to go on, and you can go on it like multiple times, instead of standing in line on the regular line.
Mind you, they told us 30 minutes, but we got on the ride in about 16 minutes, and about 8 to 10 of that was basically walking all the way in.
Oh, yeah.
The thing about Japan is that they set up their queues with so much stuff in it because they anticipate long lines. So I would strongly suggest at least one time, if you have multiple days to spend at Universal, I would suggest standing in the regular line once, just to see the entire queue. But, if you don't have the time, you have to do what you got to do, if you want to get as much in as possible. Super Nintendo is just so packed that you don't know where the line starts and where it ends. And sometimes people will line up at the opposite end, and then they'll just be like, fighting for spots in there. It does get super crowded. So just be mindful of that and try not to lose your cool.
Yeah. And if you have a stroller, you can take it in, but I don't really recommend it. If you can get by without taking the stroller in, that'll probably be better, because then you can get around faster. They have a place to leave your stroller right outside before you enter into the castle. So if you can do that, then I would strongly suggest leaving your stroller there and just kind of carrying your younger child, or if they can walk, great.
Yeah, having the stroller in there makes it just impossible to move. There's just so many people. Plus, if you get to a place and then you want to do something else, there's a upstairs and a downstairs. You have to fight those crowds, and you're fighting for one elevator, basically. One or two elevators. And people will use the elevator instead of taking the stairs, and they don't care if you got a stroller,
Or a wheelchair.
So I find that just not good. I mean, you should leave those to people who need it, like the wheelchairs and the strollers. The stairs, it's just a couple flights of stairs, so if you don't need to take the elevator, take the stairs. Leave it for people that need it.
Yeah, but if you are looking for the elevator, if you happen to be there, the first one is near the entrance of the castle by Princess Peach's gazebo, and the second one is right by the popcorn stand, all the way in the back of the world, by Bowser's Castle. So, next to the popcorn stand, which is next to Bowser's Castle.
And the opposite corners have toilets.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, and how crowded we've been making it out to be, it's only going to get worse because Donkey Kong Country is coming. And it's coming this year. That's going to be nuts. I want to go, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to go. Especially at opening. because you know the crowds are going to be crazy. And I don't think you'll be able to, even if you get entry like at noon or 1, I don't think you'll be able to do anything because the people that are getting in at like 9 and 10, they're not leaving.
Now that there's extra land.
They're not leaving. So, you know, I'm seriously hoping that they provide 2 more eateries, whether it's quick service or snacks. And hopefully there's like a little restaurant that can compete with Canopio's, because I think people are going to be there for a long time. And they're going to be standing in lines for a long time. Because a lot of people that get in don't buy the express pass. They'll just stay there.
And now it's time for the word of the day.
Today's word is mushroom.
Mushroom. Mushroom in Hawaiian is kukailio. Kukailio.
Kukailio. Doesn't roll off the tongue.
It does not.
Yeah. My mouth wants to do something else.
Kukailio.
At the I part, right after that. Okay. Hey. Mushroom in Japanese, if you're just talking about just mushroom in general, is kinoko.
Kinoko.
Yeah. Not kinako. Kinoko.
Kinoko. Not to be confused with Kinopio.
Well, it's...
That's where they got that name. Kinoko. Okay.
Easy.
And that's a wrap for this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you like, don't like, or any suggestions that you have for us. And we'll see you in the next one.